Brands when it comes to great television viewing experience. Let's take the favorite in the series. I mean, this is their #1 best-selling series, named Samsung Best Series, and let's give you an offer that we have not done in a very, very long time. Now, I'm going to give you a little heads up. This is my little 43-inch guy right here. The bigger you go tonight, the massively bigger the savings. So if you ever dreamed of upgrading the TV you have now, or you have an old TV, or you want another TV, you are absolutely in the right place, and we're going to do a formula for it that's going to make it affordable. I promise you that. So here's our 43-inch Samsung. We love it. It's great. Perfect for that extra TV, the bedroom, what have you. But tonight is the night that you absolutely want to go big, big, big. This is the 85-inch. Now, little heads up, I've got several different sizes you can choose from. But just so you'll know, going into this first presentation, the 85-inch and its littler sister, the 75-inch, are always the two most popular sizes, and they're always the two that sell out first. If you ever wanted to go really big, okay, tonight's the night, because guess what? From the 43-inch you just saw, that's about a $200 savings. This tonight is a $1,200 savings if you want to go big. And the time to do it is right now. Now, I know you're like, okay, that's great, Suze. We love Samsung, but tell us all about it. And I'm not going to do that. Actually, bring in Bill, who's one of our fabulous electronic experts joining me. Hello, Bill.
How are you? Good evening.
Is that crazy? Like the 43, you're thinking, oh, 43 inches is pretty great. Yeah. Then you go, oh yeah, we're in love.
And that's just it. It's like, I'm not leaving the house. I'm good.
Yes, forever.
Bring on football season, bring on all the premieres, and that's just it. You're upgrading to a great size television, but a great brand. Oh. Samsung's #1, and not just at HSN. Samsung's actually been #1, and they track it on a 2-year cycle for 17 years. 17 years. I used to say 16, they've got it again. And think about how our needs have changed over the 17 years, from high definition to 4K to streaming and all that great stuff. Samsung's been able to manage and keep up with it. The technology, and that's just it. There's a lot of beautiful tech in this television. You don't have to worry about it. You know what's great about that?
Right.
Yeah, it's totally.
That's a good point.
It was funny. We sat me down because this is a brand new television. It's a 2023. They sat me down. We're going through the training. It's like, you can calibrate this and you can do that. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Can I just turn it on?
Well, that's just it. I'm like, the old TV used to be adaptive. And they're like, oh, this is still adaptive, which is great because you have the best of both worlds. If you have that techie who loves to get into the weeds of all that, it's great. But more importantly, it is an adaptive television. So you plug it in, it will adapt to your room.
Automatically?
Automatically.
Okay.
So it will adjust the colors for the brightness or the darkness. Maybe it's in the man cave. It can adapt to knowing that there's not wall-to-wall carpeting, so we need to bring up the audio and balance it.
Get out of here.
And the best part about that is you don't have to worry about it, which is great. So that's in terms of how it calibrates in your room. And there's also so many other great features in that regard. But first of all, it is the QLED line of television.
Why do you think that line specifically is the absolute favorite? Not just here at HSN, but across the board.
Probably because it's right in that perfect medium. There's definitely beginner Samsung televisions. There's basic series of TVs. Won't have all the features that we're going to get in tonight. And then they have some premium televisions that are a little more expensive.
Thousands of dollars.
Get this. The 85-inch TV right here, that is the largest TV they make. Actually, they do make a 95 or 100-inch television. $8,000.
Oh, hello. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
$8,000 to $15,000.
Oh, geez.
So, I mean, you're getting the largest size they have if you can. And that's why being a Today Special, I'm excited because we have 6 different sizes. We all have a different need. Maybe you don't need a brand new big TV, but you want one for the master bedroom or for your little apartment or the dorm room, and it will grow with you. So first of all, the QLED line of television, it is premier. It is beautiful and premium, from picture quality to audio to all the stuff that we like. But then it has a great processor on the inside. So all the streaming that we do now, if you're on a television that, you know, it's smart, it has Netflix, but it's slow. Yeah. Or it just takes forever to find something.
You know what always drives me crazy too is on older TVs, it doesn't lock in very fast to what's ever being streamed.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like it looks kind of fuzzy and weird, then finally it sort of locks in.
Exactly, that's because of the processor. So you're getting Q, a lot of Q. We're going to Q drop tonight. Quantum processor, which is great. Quad core, which is important because that's pretty much computer speed. And then you have that quantum dot technology where you're going to get billions of shades of accurate colors in here. And that's where you're really going to appreciate no matter what you're watching, whether it's a sporting event, whether it's a video game, you're going to get precise colors. And actually, I'm going to explain why I'm in magenta tonight. Because I didn't.
Well, the Barbie movie, clearly.
To be honest, I have not seen the movie yet. But when all these clothes arrived, I'm like, Oh, they're Barbie colors. Okay.
Let's call you Ken.
Okay, Barbie.
Thanks.
Perfect. But the thing is, think about what we watch. It could be the mundane video on YouTube or on stuff on our phone. This television can upscale it to a near 4K quality. So no matter what we're watching, what room we're watching it in, it will calibrate, it will give us a beautiful picture, and it's gonna be nice. And think of it this way, you don't have a TV for 1 year or one football season. You have this, how long have you had that TV you have right now? You have it for a long time. Yeah. So if you can invest in that #1 brand, you're gonna love it. You're gonna get another, okay, real quick, back to the magenta story that I'm wearing, Pantone. You guys heard of the company? They're the ones who set the color of the year, and the color of the 2023 is magenta, so I went a little crazy. But the thing is, this is the first television to be Pantone validated for color accuracy.
Ooh.
So all
so
the
you get
blues and
really
reds,
authentic colors.
authentic colors, down to the skin tones. Like
wow.
this award, they've never given it before. They've given it to Samsung because of how accurate that is. And that's what we appreciate. I didn't go see the big tour of what's her name, and I could watch it on TV and be perfect, or the big sporting event, or the gaming that we're gonna do on here. So the picture and the audio, it is just beautiful top to bottom.
I didn't know what tour you were talking about.
There's so many.
I'm thinking Queen Elizabeth tour, what are we talking about? He's talking about Taylor.
Yeah.
Took me a second, but I figured it out. Well, no, but you know what? You can have that big experience here. All right,
yes.
So let me kind of tell you what's happening, because we've made it a ton of ways, and I promised I would kind of set the whole picture for you. There's a ton of ways to be able to afford this, because there's nothing like getting a Samsung TV. I've had a Samsung for years. It's all we use. I love mine so much, and we barely scratch some of the cool features this is gonna do. But if you've just been yearning, maybe you have a really, really old TV, maybe it is the second TV, maybe you've got a TV that's too small, and you're like, you know what, we really wanna go big, so you can put that other TV in another room, right? This is the night you want to do it, and here's why. We have 43-inch, 50-inch, 55-inch, we have 65-inch, we have 75-inch, and we have 85. The 85's behind me. We're gonna show you 5 out of the 6 sizes we have. As I said right in the beginning, the 85 and the 75, they always sell out the fastest because it's the biggest savings. So for example, if you buy the 43-inch here from HSN, you're still saving $200 officially. I did all the math, which is hard for me. As you go up, the savings get bigger, okay? On the 50-inch, it's $240. On the 55-inch, which is the size I have in my Samsung, and we love it, you're saving $420, but hang with me. The 65-inch, which is always that, I think the 65 is a super sweet spot for basically any room in your house. It doesn't matter how big, how small, right? I think 65 is a great spot. That's $450. If you get the 75-inch, okay, and we'll show you that in a couple minutes, that is $700. But if you've ever wanted to have the dream TV, this baby behind me, tonight you're saving, and this is exclusive because we've got a special deal I'll explain, $1,220 if you're buying this. Now, if you are paying $1679, typically you go into a store, you're gonna get a lot smaller TV and not this series for $1679. Right. You're getting the #1 most popular, most loved series from Samsung, and you're getting it for a price of an off-brand, much smaller TV. So that's why so many people buy these from us, especially when we do a Today Special like this. Because guys, the savings is huge. Now, one last quick note, I guess 2. We have 5 flex pays across the board for everybody, but if you whip out your HSN card right now, you're gonna get, in this case, 18-month VIP financing on any of the sizes that you get. So it ranges from $41 and some change to $93 and some change over 18 months, but on 43, it's 12 months. Now, this is an important part. Because of the price point, you pay no interest if you pay it in full in the 12 or 18 months. How great is that? So instead of having to use your regular credit card and have to pay interest all those months, the 5 months paying it off, get that HSN card out and you're gonna not have to pay interest for 12 or for the rest of the sizes 18 months. It's huge. And let's add one more thing. It ain't a box of earrings, okay? When the 85 box arrives, and we'll talk about that too, the arrival, that's a big box. It's so happy. It's like happy dance day, you know? But it's free shipping on all of these. That's unbelievable.
And we've doubled the warranty.
And 2-year warranty.
Yep, normally you get a 1-year warranty from Samsung. HSN and Samsung have doubled it just for you guys at that shop tonight. So real quick, we've talked about the picture quality and the audio. I want to show you a little bit of the smart features because a lot of us are streaming more. So you see you have all these great options. You can curate what you want because, you know, maybe you watch more Disney Plus, maybe you're more of a Netflix family. Do you like Apple TV? No joke, I'm Suzanne, you had You had to go out and buy the original one, right, with the puck and the little remote?
Oh yeah, gotcha.
This is the first television to have Apple TV built into it because Apple wanted to partner with the #1 TV people. So it's built into your television, so you have all that.
So Pantone says yeah. Apple says yeah.
Yes.
I mean, now it's all adding up, right? You get it.
And because it has Apple, I'm going to go into a little more tech with that too, but it's fun. Another thing, you can download the QVC HSN app, which is awesome. But you see over here, Samsung TV Plus. Samsung gives us a free TV built in, which is great. So we're watching HSN for free right over here. Originally, when we launched the Q60 series of TVs, it was 150 channels. 190. We're now over 200 free channels, including HSN, QVC, home improvement stuff, news, sports, you name it, old game shows.
That's without having Netflix, Hulu, not paying for anything.
Completely free.
Out of the box,
Yep.
with your Wi-Fi, plug it in,
Exactly.
boom, you're
Look,
good to go.
This list goes on and on, which again, Samsung doesn't have to give us free content, but they do. So that's a nice little added value in savings.
Well, and you know what? If you want to talk about really huge savings, remember, this is a smart TV. So as long as you have Wi-Fi, your Hulu, your Netflix, the Samsung TV, all that's going to work, right? A lot of people are getting YouTube TV. Guess what? It's going to work on here, which means you don't need a cable box. I will tell you, we've not had a cable box in years and years and years now because we do all streaming, right?
Yeah.
And between all those services, you're going to be able to find what you want to watch, right? And so just imagine you're getting a huge savings tonight on a brand new TV that, like, you will love. It's like, it's such a pretty picture. And on top of that, if you can get rid of all your cable, wow. Now you have to have Wi-Fi, don't get rid of that, but your cable's gone.
And another thing, you don't notice a gaming system out here, right? Because there is a gaming hub built into the television. So what's cool about this, I have a gaming system at home. I can be playing my, Xbox game in my bedroom, but then let's all get in the family room. I can take my Xbox controller, pair it to the television, and play that exact same game. So say I play at my apartment and then I go to my grandparents' house who have this TV, I can continue to play my Grand Theft Auto or Fortnite or whatever level because I log in just like I was at home, but I'm playing it over here because this television is online.
That's great.
That's a savings, that's clutter busting, that's everything. Here's probably Suzanne's favorite and a lot of people's favorite, ambient mode.
By far.
I'm turning off the television because we have company coming over and no one wants the 85-inch square in the living room.
A black hole.
Exactly.
If you're tired of looking at a black hole in your living room,
Right.
like that, watch what happens.
Well, that's just it. Normally, we'd get a TV that would fit in a cabinet, right? So we didn't have to see it.
Or we could cover it, we can hide it, cover it up. And when you go 85 inches, you don't want an 85-inch black hole in your living room.
No.
It's ugly.
And the thing is, not all
But look at this,
Samsung
it's a
TVs
picture
even
now.
offer this. So I took this on a vacation I took about 5 years ago. I love it. It's got a story to it and behind it, but maybe I want to change it up. I don't go buy a new print. I don't go and remat something. I can come right down here. I can turn it into a quick pencil drawing if I'd like, just like this.
Isn't that cool?
And it's 85 piece of art in my living room, and it doesn't, don't look at the television, it really adds to it. So there's all these different fun features. You download the Smart Things app and you can upload different photos if you'd like or get creative.
Can you do like that scene right there? Because I want to show them one other feature that they probably can't see at home.
Oh, sure.
And it's truly one of the coolest things ever. You're so cute. Okay, so I will tell you on my Samsung, I do have a picture of my family on it because I love it. When you stop watching it, it just automatically goes to picture mode. So that big black hole becomes something that actually looks beautiful. But once you pick one that we can stick on, I want to show you something really cool. Just one of the really pretty pictures. Okay, so here we go. It's going to come up. Now, what's neat about this, and you can't really see it at home on our shot.
This one might not have a mat. Or you can talk about
I was going to talk about the mat, because the mat's so cool.
This might be full
At least
picture.
you're reading my mind. Oh, well, no, but look at that. Guys, can we widen out a little bit? Instead of a great big black hole, look at how pretty this picture is. It's like gorgeous. But if you have a picture that has a mat on it, you can custom design the mat color, and there's literally a bevel on the mat. It literally looks like a real picture. I had a friend walk in, and she looked at my TV and she said, man, that is the prettiest picture. I think that's a great piece of art you have on your wall. I go, no, that's my television on the wall. Okay, oh good, thank you. So we're gonna pop that up.
So I'm trying to give you a different mat. I'm gonna go magenta, why not? And the thing is, can you see the variation? You can kind of see at the top.
Well, here, and it's funny, and this is way too tech, but it's easy to do. This one, actually, there's two different mats. You can do one that looks traditional. This one's the more modern one. So it looks like the picture is sitting on top of the mat, which is super cool. This is how well I know this darn TV.
You do.
I do know this feature really, really well. And look what happens, even if, again, we go really wide, you're gonna see all of a sudden that big black hole becomes your vacation pictures, it becomes family memories. I've got a picture of me and my son, and Craig, me, and Ethan on ours, and I love it, because every time I look at my TV when I'm not watching TV,
this is how
it's
well
filled with a great
Suzanne
picture.
knows TV.
Oh yeah, that's me and my dogs.
So this
There's
is
mine.
Suzanne's TV.
I'm watching football.
And for the record, this is not the 2023 Suzanne has. This is, you invested in it a few years ago,
Yeah.
but it has this ambient mode. And then this is what she did.
Okay, this is what I did for the holidays. Oh, and thank you for finding that one. So this one is, see, it's actually funny, you can kind of see it. So there's what looks like a bezel, and that's a winter scene, and then I decorated my little area underneath it. That is my Samsung at my house, and it is a couple years old. And guess what? It's still going strong. I love that. Now, this is actually a 55-inch. To my husband's dismay, to this day...
Suzanne, you could have gone bigger.
He said, he did. He goes, daggone it, why didn't you go to 65? So that's my whole point about tonight. You're now gonna get the perfect size TV. And one other quick note, I am sitting within, oh, that's Thanksgiving. Oh, you've got a lot of them in there. You can see I changed it up for the holidays. There's my little Thanksgiving banner I put on.
And you don't have to be a techie.
No,
it's
no,
easy.
it's really easy.
No.
But here's the thing: if you guys are going to go really, really big, back in the old days, you couldn't sit close. You had to sit way across the room. I am probably 2 feet from this picture, and I could sit here and I could be watching a football game. It's a super immersive experience, but it's not tiring on my eyes.
Right.
So if you really want to go to the 75-inch, that 85-inch, please don't fear doing it. It looks beautiful in your room, and even when you're this close to it, you can still enjoy a great experience.
Actually, what's really cool about that, I did not realize this as well. I have the 85-inch TV.
Do you?
I splurged.
Did you think at first it was going to be too much?
Totally.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I was embarrassed. I was like, I don't need an 85-inch TV. I live alone. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. And I was like, it's going to be way too big. But I was like, you know, I'm going to try it. And now I can't
Like you can't live with it.
I go to other people's houses, I'm like, oh, that's cute. But what they told me, and think of it this way,
funny.
85 inches, they say it's about 8.5, you need about 8.5 feet back.
Okay.
75 inches, 7.5 feet back.
Okay.
So actually, I measured it, and I'm about 10 feet back where my couch sits, so I'm like, that's perfect. Because remember, you think 85 inches, it would be big, it would be bulky, and this is a whole other thing we have to realize too. They've redesigned the television. So it's an air slim design, so it's very 1 inch at its deepest, can still be wall mounted, which is great. But you also notice the legs here, they've given us a customization. I can raise and lower it about 1 inch, so I can get clearance for a cable box or a Blu-ray player or whatever you have under there, soundbar we have coming up. You can even move the feet in 10 inches. So say you only have a dresser or a sideboard that is 4 feet wide, you can put this television on a 4-foot wide table and get an 85-inch screen out of it.
Get out of here.
I mean,
That's
they really
great.
thought about a lot of problems that we have. I want big, but I don't have a big end table.
Right.
Or I want big, but I don't want the screen to be a big black screen. So they gave us these solutions to a lot of the problems where it's like, we can go bigger. And to be honest, HSN has now made it affordable.
Oh,
because
it's incredible.
It's funny, when you do the math, and you're like, oh, I can do 200 off. But when you're like, wait, $1,200?
$1,200.
Let me double check that.
And again, it's like a marriage. You're going to be stuck with it for a really long time. I have to hear from my husband, we should have gone to a 65-inch, not a 55. I chickened. That's what I did. I went and I said, okay, I know we're going to get a new Samsung. I know I want all these features. My friend has a Samsung like I do, and I first saw it at her house, and I was blown away by she has a zebra picture in it. It looks looks like art on her wall. Yeah. And I was like, yep, that's the TV I'm getting too. So I bought the Samsung, and then but I chickened out. I knew I could go bigger, but I was going conservative. I thought, well, what if it's too big and we live in a really, really small space? And guess what? I screwed up. I should have gotten the 65-inch. So if you're thinking the size you really want, don't be safe and go down a size. You'll actually totally probably regret it.
Because that's just it. What used to be too big because it had a big bezel, it had the hump back, it wouldn't fit in spaces. Do go bigger if you can, because you'll appreciate it down the road, because it's all screen, it's all entertainment, and it's very easy to interact with. Remember, it's adaptive picture, adaptive audio, quad-core processing. Can I talk about the remote real quick?
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I just wanna show everybody real life sizes, and then you stay there, because I'm just gonna go real quick, guys, because I gotta give you some updates, okay? So, because this is the problem. We don't bring in 10,000 of these guys. We have a couple hundred in each size. This is the 85-inch. The 85-inch, I started out with 400 for the entire day. That's it for the whole country. I mean, 400 is a drop in the bucket. So not a lot of these, and I know we've sold a couple of them already. Now, over right beside it, to give you an idea, this is the 43-inch. And I don't want to downplay it, but if you've got extra, if you want to make a game area, if you've got a small room, if you've got a small space, maybe it's your crafting area, or it's out in the garage, garage or a hobby area, what have you, maybe the 43 inch is the one you want to go for. Now, this one is actually the 65 inch, right, Bill? Did I get this right on 65 inch? Yeah, got it right. So this is the 65 inch. Now, Rick, if you could give me an update, because I know you mentioned something about the 65, I believe. Okay, 65 inch is right now the most popular size, and that's the one I should have gotten, okay? So that's the one that I screwed up, and my husband reminds me of it every single time we watch TV. Anyway, that's the 65 inch, all right? That's the most popular right now. And in the 65, we brought in a bit more. I'm now down to about 600 of those, so not a lot. Now, Bill's over here. This one's gonna be the 55 inch, and I would say this is an average size mantle, right? Yeah. But if we didn't have that shelving there, what size would you recommend? Probably the 65 here?
Sure, if you could. I mean, you could probably even go 75 if you wanted.
Oh,
that's just it. We have a size for everybody. I know Guy Yovan, he has a cubby that his TV needs to sit in, but he can actually cover it up with the TV if you like, because you can wall mount these. All the measurements are on hsn.com, and I encourage you to try to go bigger. The cool part about this, the TV's turned off right now. It's not taking away from the living room because, you know, we have company coming over, we're hanging out. This is ambient mode. So it looks good when it's off, but then you want to turn it on and watch a game, sure, you can easily come over here. I love the fact that it has that gaming hub because we do have Xboxes, we have this coming up, but I could be playing my system over here without the console, or maybe the console's at my house, but I'm going to continue the game over here. Or as many of us, we want to start streaming and watching stuff. All of it's right here. The speed of finding stuff, the way it can upconvert is great. So really, it's not a one-trick pony because you can get a size for, you know, I live in an apartment right now. It'll move with you because you do have them for a lifetime. Well,
also, can you put the football game on? Because this is, and there's literally no better time to get an upgraded TV because we all know football season's coming up. I actually have one of my first football show, Fantastic Football with Suzanne, coming up in like 2 weeks. So I'm so pumped about it, right? But there's nothing better than you're hanging out and you're watching that great football game and you're loving it and you're cheering and everybody gathers around and you're just having this amazing TV experience. By the way, Bill, we haven't talked about the audio, sans the soundbar coming up. Now, if you want to get Madden football and you want to get the Xbox, guess what? I've got about 40 of them available. So if you really are going to go for it right now, and you want to pick it up, please do that. Now, Bill, I know we've got great sound by itself.
Correct.
And then let's talk about that, but then let's talk about our soundbar system.
So picture's great, the sound and the audio experience. It's Q symphonic sound, which is great. They've made sure it's nice and elevated, even though it's still about an inch at its thickest in terms of the panel. It also has object tracking, so as motion goes across the screen, it can move across it, which is great. However, tonight we're excited. We have a soundbar with a subwoofer, which is great because Samsung's not just #1 in TVs, they're #1 in soundbars as well. So, and the thing, we gotta think of it this way. This is 50% of your movie watching experience. The audio is a whole other 50% of experience the excitement. So, I'm gonna put up a little bit of audio because, you know, it sounds good, right? I'm gonna turn on the soundbar.
So this is just the TV audio right now.
This is just the TV, which is great. It's good audio. But if you are that cinematic family, you want a Bluetooth speaker, you want the subwoofer.
Oh, wow.
Right? And granted, the woofer would probably be on the